Hello, and welcome back to Renew You at Home. I'm so glad you're here with me today. However, you found me, whether you're listening with a cup of tea, I've got my coffee right here. Maybe you're on your walk in the car, or maybe you're finally sitting down at the end of a long day. Thank you for letting me join you. Today, I want to chat with you about something that feels really simple, but we often forget about it, and that's the power of a reset. Our brain needs reminding the same way that I'm reminding you now. And these little moments that tell your body you're safe, you can soften, make such a difference. At the end of this episode, we'll do a guided 2-minute reset together. You can jump back into that whenever you like. It's just you, your breath, and a little space. But before we get there, I want to explore other ways that we can weave resets into our everyday lives. Morning, daytime, evening, all those little in between moments. Got my cuppa here. So, why do we need the pause? Life's busy, and even when it's good, even when it's full of people and things that we love, it's still a lot for our nervous systems to hold. Our modern day lives are nothing short of mental. And for me, I often only notice how much it's weighing on me when I finally stop. My jaw aches, my shoulders feel heavy, my breath feels shallow, I can get a bit ratty. And that's when I realised that my body's been in fight or flight response all day. It's overwhelming, it's overstimulating. And the tricky part is that our body doesn't know the difference between being chased by a lion and being chased by the school run, the inbox, the never-ending to-do list. Stress is stress, and our body reacts the same. We go straight into that fight or flight response, and our body clenches, it braces, it prepares, and unless we tell it otherwise, it just keeps holding on. Resets are the way we whisper to ourselves, it's safe now, you can let go. So here's the thing, resets don't have to be big or fancy. They don't require an hour or two in the salon, although it's obviously amazing and a big reset. They don't require an hour of yoga. They don't require a full spa day. They can be small, gentle, ordinary moments that change how we feel. I'll give you some ideas that you definitely already knew, but sometimes it's nice to be reminded, and perhaps you can find one, maybe a few, that can help you reset in your day. So let's start in the morning. Sometimes it's about how we start our day that could make that difference for you. Maybe before you even pick up your phone, maybe just open up the curtains and take one deep breath while you're looking outside. Put both feet flat on the floor when you first get out of bed. Stretch your arms overhead and just notice how your body feels. Or another idea might be open a window and let the morning air hit your face. It's such a natural signal to your nervous system. We're beginning again. It doesn't have to be all of those. Maybe just pick one, try it and see how it feels. Then there's some things you can do in the daytime. So little pauses that while the day is rushing past, we can do to remind ourselves in that moment that it's okay. You could take 3 slow breaths before replying to a tricky email. Maybe when you walk into the kitchen just to get a glass of water, do it without multitasking, without scrolling. Just be mindful. Maybe when you're standing by the kettle, resist the urge to do something else. Just stay still while you wait for it to boil. I know that these are tricky when you're a busy woman like me. We want to be go, go, go all the time, but remind yourself that you have that minute. You really do. You could even in the day play a calming song, just 3 minutes to let your brain kick back into gear. They're all nice little things that we can do, and trust me, you have those few minutes. In the evening, there's little rituals that can help you wind down. Maybe switching off the big light and putting on a lamp instead. This has been a massive one for me. I've lived in this house for 4 years, and only this week did I finally buy a lamp. Last night I put it on with a nice warm bulb, and it feels so much better, softer, and I think my body actually exhaled. With that, lighting some candles or use a pillow spray when it's time to go to bed, just slowing down. And that can be with your skincare routine as well. Maybe you're massaging in the cleanser, you're noticing the smell of your moisturizer, you're not rushing it through in 10 seconds, you're actually creating a ritual out of it and reminding yourself to relax and enjoy it. Maybe it's when you're relaxing in the evening, you're putting on a little blanket or some cozy socks, whatever you're doing. It's just about telling yourself, I'm relaxing now. And those little steps, those lighting the candles, those switching off the big light, all of those things are just you saying, I'm going to relax now. It doesn't really matter what you're doing, it's the intention behind it. Maybe another thing, you could put your phone in another room for 10 minutes, and that can be your brain's way of resetting, just being mindful in that moment. None of these things sound like much, but they add up. And each little reset is a bit like a pebble on the scale. One pebble might not make a big difference, but the more pebbles you put on, the bigger the difference it's making. Try just one of these ideas to start with and just see how you go. The more you do, the better. But what I really want to emphasize is when I say make these regular, and the more the better, it really doesn't have to mean all day, every day. It could be weekly, once a month, or just whenever you notice yourself bracing, clenching, rushing, or maybe you're being a little bit snappier than usual and you're a little bit overwhelmed and you just think, do you know what? I just need a little reset. There's no perfect here. Just what feels good for you is right. Okay, so let's finish together with our reset. Just 2 minutes, but enough to change how your body feels. If you can, find somewhere comfortable, take a seat if you can, take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, and then sigh it back out through your mouth. Again, in through your nose and back out through your mouth. Now drop your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let it fall heavy at the bottom. Unclench your teeth. Even let your lips part slightly. Soften your shoulders, smooth your brow, and just sit here for a few breaths. Nothing to do, nothing to fix, just breathing. Notice how that feels. Maybe your jaw feels softer. Maybe you breathe easier. Maybe it's not much at all. It's not what matters. What matters is that you gave yourself that time and that space. And maybe next time it'll feel a little easier. That's it. Just 2 minutes, a moment of safety, a moment to tell your body you can let go. So maybe this week you'll find your own resets, opening a window, lighting a candle, switching on a lamp, and taking 3 deep breaths in your car before you drive away. Maybe listening to this podcast becomes one of your resets too, something you can return to when you need a little pause, a little exhale, a little care. Thank you for spending this time with me. And in the next episode, we'll talk about something that so many of us carry without realizing it. It's the tension in your face, why it builds up, how we can begin to release it. And I've even filmed some tutorials for you using hands, gua sha, and ice globes that you'll find over on Instagram to watch. So we'll chat about how we do all of that together. But for now, take one last deep breath in and let it go. You deserve this pause. Until next time.